Oh, get the plane in the shot. Yes. So you join me here today in Battersea Park, where I'm going to be shooting a roll of Provia 100F, which is a slide film, and I'm going to cross-process it, so process it as if it were a colour negative. I'm going to be shooting on my Pentax 6.7, and I've actually never been to this park before, so I'm quite excited to see which pictures I can take. So I actually made a YouTube video with this exact, this is probably from the same box, but I made a video on Provia, and the colours are incredible. So I'm sort of only doing this for a video, so I think it'd be interesting. I'm curious to see what it looks like cross-processed. Fucking hell. When did this go out of date as well? 2008. So I'm going to treat it the same. I'm going to treat it the same.
You can't go wrong overexposed.
Well, you can with slide film though.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's so out of date, I was like, oh, I'll do the 10 years rule, but it didn't need it. So this film is fine. Yeah, part of me feels like it's a bit of a shame to waste this roll with a cross process, but I'm doing it for you guys. It's also feels like 30 degrees here in London. It's slightly too hot for my liking. But the show must go on. We're also right underneath the flight path here, which is fun if you like planes. As I said earlier, I'm going to rate this roll at 100, as it should be. Just see how it turns out. I've seen people's pictures being underexposed, being overexposed. I don't think there's any logic, really. So I'm just going to shoot it at box speed. Actually, before I do that, I need to take off this extinction tube.
Extinction tube.
Extinction Rebellion tube.
Don't remind Extinction Rebellion about the tube. That went bad before.
Okay. Let me grab that. We were in Battersea Park, which was really pretty. I took some pictures, a lot of greenery, which I thought, in my head shooting, I thought it'll be pink or orange or something. But they turned out green, and even the highlights do look slightly weird. It doesn't look normal. It doesn't look like a negative, but it doesn't look like what I was expecting. So I don't know if it was a pleasant surprise, because I was sort of taking these pictures in mind, not putting too much effort into them, because I thought they'd be completely destroyed, like almost bit crushed. My next roll of cross-processed Provia, I will take more care when taking pictures. But they turned out really nice, which was weird. Just noticed that bird. I wonder if that was in the picture. Heron.
So crazy seeing like actual wildlife in London.
It wasn't. It fully was. Well, we'll see. You
already know.
Yeah. It's actually pretty insane. This must be the hottest day this year as well.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah. That's pretty. Such a shame. They're just all going to be destroyed. Wish I had some Ectar in me. So doing some sort of research into this and just generally seeing cross-process film, seeing pictures, I guess, on Instagram and the internet, I'd seen a lot of films with ridiculous colour shifts, like the greens completely just becoming pink and highlights clipping. I really thought, like, any highlights, any whites, I thought the sky would be completely blown out. But it wasn't with this roll, and I don't know why. I don't know if I just glitched it or got lucky, but maybe it's the Provia, but I really thought the sky would be washed out, considering it is slide film. The day that me and Reuben met up to make this video, I think was the hottest day so far this year. And I'm not a guy who tans, I sort of just burn. So I was weary of the sun. I was a bit stressed actually about burning. It wasn't that enjoyable for me, so I was sort of on edge the whole day. But one of the things I said to Reuben, I should have shot that roll of ISO 8 film in the sun. It would have been so perfect. I should have done these rolls the other way around, really. But this is the way it's worked out. I sort of picked Battersea Park because I'd never been there before. It looked quite nice. It's quite easy to get to. And I was very pleasantly surprised. I thought it was very pretty. Almost felt like I was not in England walking around there. Some mad little fountains and little gardens. I really enjoyed it. I think it's a really nice park. So we're about to leave Battersea Park and enter the new Battersea area, where the Battersea Power Station is. I took a couple pictures on my way here, on some black and white film of this brand new community.
Oh yeah, such a community.
Yeah, NPCs. We're going to walk through now. I'll probably end up taking a couple pictures. Yeah. So we're walking back through the Battersea Power Station, I guess, this area, which is, it's got a weird atmosphere. Definitely weird vibes going on here. A lot of security. I can't find a single bin to get rid of this. Makes me just want to drop it on the floor. But I'm gonna take a picture of this up here. But I need to find a bin first. Of course, being Battersea Park, it was right next to Battersea Power Station, which, if you didn't know, in the past, I don't know how many years, quite recently has been completely redesigned. It's now a shopping centre and flats, and sort of this weird new little community, which kind of freaked me out. It made me think of like Brave New World and this sort of futuristic, weird society. Everything's very brand new and sort of soulless. It was really weird, and I thought it was weird anyway. Reuben thought it was quite weird. And I took some pictures of Battersea Power Station, which came out nice, very punchy shots, very punchy colours, but not as shifted as I thought. I thought they would be completely like fucked up, but they weren't. They were fine. It looks like a colour negative. Really weird from what I was expecting. So we ended up in Trafalgar Square, and I took a picture of a fountain, which came out nice. The colours are quite mad for that. And I took a portrait, of course, of Reuben. I need to get some models involved, or someone else that's not Reuben. Sorry, Reuben. And this picture, I had it in Lightroom right before I was about to shoot this. Actually, I was like, this doesn't look like cross-process film. Like, and then I had like a mini heart attack. My stomach dropped, and I googled. I was like, is Provia slide film? And of course, it is slide film. The results made me Google it, even though I'd asked the lab to cross-process it, even though I'd held up negatives to look at. It still made me Google whether it was slide film, which sounds really silly, but I think specifically on that portrait, the colours just came out sort of unbelievable. So yeah, it came out really nice. There was none of the highlights clipped or anything. Maybe this has something to do with the film being 14 years out of date. Maybe it was so unreactive that somehow turning it into a negative just worked. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it has anything to do with that. Or maybe it was me scanning it myself, not a lab. I don't know. But that portrait of Reuben came out unbelievably nice. I think the colours are actually very usable. So that was my experience cross-processing Provia 100F. Please do let me know down below if you've cross-processed slide film, how they turned out. Is this just me, or have I just been looking at really wacky examples on the internet? Please do let me know. If you like this video, give me a like. Subscribe if you want to. Cheers.